All right, folks, welcome to another instance or installment of the Tournament Preparation League Season 1. This is our 5th live race. We're featuring the Omnipro flag set, a tournament-like flag set with the added wacky feature of Omnidextrous. I'm Scythe Marshall. I'll be your commentator for tonight. And joining me in the comms booth, we've got our two runners today, Possumorpheus and Plumerionite. Possum, I want to say hi.
Hi. I should probably say
hello.
more, but hi.
Hello. How are y'all doing?
So, I guess before we get started, we should go over a little bit about what this particular flag set entails. So we've got some objectives. You can see them on the screen. They're reasonably tough quests. But then we also have the Omnidextrous flag. And what this flag happens to do is let any character equip any item. In particular, they can dual wield weapons or shields, I guess, if you wanted, and then put any piece of armor on any of their 3 armor slots. And so that radically changes how you might play the game. So I guess, Possumorpheus, do you want to say a couple words about what your mindset is going in?
Yeah, basically the mindset going into this is, what if a tournament ever featured a wacky flag? And why would Omnidextrous be the most fun choice? That's kind of why this flag set was designed, and Y2 Sky is kind of the co-captain of the club, did a phenomenal job with it. But basically the thoughts going in are, I want to find a couple of primary items, one being heroine robes, because they're kind of like adamant armors, with the agility and the strength boost. And the second is just high attack weapons. Anything, as low as like an ice brand, but as high as like a rune axe, or, even Excals if you get real frisky. But high attack stuff and good strength and agility multipliers is kind of the name of the game for me.
Plumerionite, any wishes for gear that you're looking for?
Yeah, I mean, Possum pretty much laid it all out there. I'm also looking for any, monster effective weapons or elemental weapons. I'll equip a Thunderclaw if I really have to, so just anything that'll help get through bosses quickly. And then you just need one character to really get through the seed, and then I think toward the end game you can kind of start kitting out a second character, and then you just need enough HP to survive the first big bang, and you should be okay.
Makes sense. So the other sort of interesting aspect of this flag set is the S Cell 0 flag. So this is a throwback to, I think it's Valley Ho League brackets, where we took away all the money that you had and gave you like some allowance at the beginning of the seed. While we're waiting for the race to get started, is there anything in particular you're looking to buy at the beginning of the seed, aside from, we know, heroine robes?
This is a self-deep cut, but in that tournament, in the bracket stage, I faced Dia, and I bought a dragon whip, and then found 2 more dragon whips within about 5 treasure chests. I was so frustrated because that was like 30,000 gold, and those are not cheap. So yeah, I will never be buying dragon whips, even though they're phenomenal. For that reason, personal stand on that. But yeah, it's a really cool flag. Love the tension it puts between what do I spend my money on, and if I run out, what do I do then?
Makes sense. Plumeria, what one item you're looking for?
Probably just sirens. I think you should find something else that can make your grind work. So that's the main item that I'm saving money for.
Makes sense.
It really depends on how much we get from the starting kit too.
Well, good luck, friends.
Yeah, good luck.
Good luck. Who we got here?
Ooh.
Outstanding.
Team ordeals.
Ooh, nice hits on the money.
Dollary dues.
That's 3 heroine robes.
It certainly is, yeah. 129 divided by 40. That's 3 heroin robes and 2 sirens.
So we're laughing because this is exactly the situation that we had in the async, except I didn't catch our starting item, but I don't think it was the magma key.
Package.
All right, so let's see where we go. So Possum has elected to go straight to Baron, going to check a little bit and do a little bit of looting. Nice 0 GP pot. Plumeri Knight heading to a different place. Gonna check out Mist Village and the Mist Cave boss, sort of see what's going on there. Is there a chance to get money in a box? Absolutely not. That's what the Sell Zero flag does.
Yeah, because it is Distinct 7 for character settings, I value the information from Baron. Loot is going to be relatively bad everywhere, so I'll just take that info while I can get it, do a little bit of looting. That's why I like Baron on a lot of flag sets, to kind of see what I'm working with.
And of course, because we have the exit mage, we know that Watery Pass is a fairly reasonable place to go. Damsian's also pretty good, lots of density there. Unless it rolls 5. That was a lot of nothing.
There's a lot of junk, yeah. That's alright.
Yeah, with T-Pro, I am not a fan of going anywhere really, but Watery Pass, Eblin, and the Treasury. Underground, I'll make an argument for if it shows up early enough. But looting, my looting is pretty tight on these. I really don't deviate from the highly weighted areas.
Yeah, T-Pro is a really interesting weighted distribution. There are some places that you swear always have the goods, and then you loot them and you say, well, I was promised this had the goods, and it didn't. So sometimes it's a little bit of a little bit of luck, but
yeah, sometimes there's 4 heroin robes in Antlion Cave, and you're like, oh, neat.
Yeah.
Which better not be the case, because otherwise I'm going to miss out on 4 heroin robes, that's all I'm saying.
I was not satisfied with the loot from Damsian at all. So we have to keep digging.
So what I think is sort of interesting, right, is that you were saying you only really need one character to get going, but I'm not sure either of you have found enough to make one character really good so far. So how long do you think you're going to keep like trying to find something just until you get a minimum like 100 weapon power, or combined between 2 weapons?
I mean, the double short is probably good enough. But
yeah.
I'll definitely keep looting, like, somewhere.
Hey.
DKC can Omni, but you have to be careful when you go into the changing room, because you'll lose everything.
Yep.
Yeah, you get stuck with Paladin Cecil's starting weapon, and that's it.
Yeah, I've never lost a cursed ring on a DKC.
Yeah, I have never done that. Nope.
Not me.
The panic of realizing, oh, I just did that, is very
Yeah.
real.
It's a very costly reset, too.
It is, as the kids say, the worst.
I think I've got a decent setup here. No back row though, which is kind of rough. Yeah. But we'll make it work.
So it's pretty funny. I think it's the lady who wanders around outside of the Baron weapon and armor shop says, "Be careful, don't do Baron in early," or something like that. So I wonder what Possumorpheus thinks of that advice.
We're doing Baron in early.
So as we know, Sid is a relatively, like, in the scope of the game, he shows up a little bit further into the game than your base level characters. And so Sid's pretty strong. Guy can do a lot, especially with Omnidextrous, because his base strength stat and his HP growth are way higher than anything you currently have access to. Okay, that's pretty funny.
It's thematic, one might say.
The guy even came back row glitched.
Convenient.
It is unfortunate that both of you had to unequip DKC and then re-equip Sid.
Oh, it's okay.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Sid's about to get unequipped, and someone else is about to get equipped. So this song and dance ain't done yet.
Unless it's just not worth doing the menuing, but
yeah, that is something that is often a piece of advice for newer players, right? Don't, if you get a new piece of gear, don't open the menu, slap it on, and do that every time you get a new piece of gear. Sometimes, okay, maybe that's relevant, but most of the time that sort of starts eating away at your time because you're spending so much time in the menu. On Omnidextrous, maybe it's a little bit more. Maybe it's okay.
Yeah, it's definitely a little more prudent to find your carry and then get them equipped, and your carry will change multiple times throughout the course of a seed, usually in the early game. But that's also why I've only bothered equipping my carry character and not anyone else as I've gone through this, so I'm only putting gear on one person, because I don't feel like anyone else is relevant on a fight-by-fight basis. Thank you so much, new character, for leaving the boss with 40 health.
I mean, are you surprised?
Not even a little.
He wouldn't have killed the second time either.
Look.
The YOLO Dark Wave would have been so good.
I don't think it would have done enough.
Did Cecil have a black sword on?
No, he started with a shadow sword, sadly. At least for me. Maybe Plumeria's found a black sword, but...
Fun Sid, though. Oh, these guys are slow.
Ah, that's convenient, Possum.
I'm trying to calculate your YOLO Dark Wave. I think it's now... No, he high rolled. Oh, man. Oh. Disappointed.
Good try.
Neat.
Oh no. Oh no.
But what if?
Yeah, yeah. Oh no. So I'm looking at my questions, my homework questions that I gave you like an hour and a half ago, which you didn't have to actually look at. Out of curiosity, are you thinking about possibly doing any sort of monster boxes or anything like that to try and spike an item better than tier 5 or ish?
If the right circumstances present themselves, I will look at Eblin boxes or hair dryers. I don't really have anything else on the table other than that. That's just me personally.
I would say mostly just looking for adamant armor. Not really looking for anything else if I do loot boxes.
True. There are adamants on in this flag set. It is somewhat rare, but they do exist.
They're also, oddly enough, less relevant in this flag set than maybe any other flag set they're on. Because of how everyone is able to equip everything anyway.
In particular, heroine robes, right? They don't have quite the same defense loadout as an adamant armor, and they sort of tank your magic stats, but they're pretty good.
Yeah, I think it was Wylam who said something, or I forget exactly who it was. They said a heroine robe is 90% of the adamant at a 10% of the price or something.
It's like 8%. I think. I think I wrote that message.
Oh, I knew it was one of y'all, but it's very true.
Yeah, this fight Possum is on would normally be scary, except no.
Yeah, except no. Neat. Fun key item.
Yeah, that is a fun key item. Question from chat: how useful are bows and arrows in Omnidextrous? They back row your characters. That's kind of it, because the way their damage works is significantly less than just equipping 2 medium power weapons. That's just how the formulas work, and so nah.
Yeah, the damage formulas are also why Yang is not included in the flag set. Because
Yeah.
his damage calculation renders him functionally as less than a potato. Tella is a better character than Yang on this flag set from a physical damage standpoint.
Yang does get more
Until
HP
later
at least.
levels. Yeah. Until later levels. But for the first 40 or so levels, Tella will outdo Yang. It's sad.
Or Yang.
Yeah, Yang's damage formula is mostly level based, and so good luck.
Yeah.
He does benefit from being able to boost his like strength and agility stats better than with Cat Claws, but that's not a very impressive benefit.
Oof. Ah, crap.
Uh-oh. So, I know we're a little bit delayed from the stream, but from that expression, I knew that there was something involved.
Oh, shoo. Thank goodness. I'm gonna just see if I have anything for this. I knew that was gonna happen. Well, this has been more painful than I was really hoping for.
Do you think darting that spear that you had in your inventory would have one-shot?
Yeah, probably. Ah, crap. Oh, for crying out loud.
Oh no! So this is what happens when you fast anchor a fight against a stale man. Spoilers: Plumeria dove Castle Eblin, but found. I won't say what Plumeria found, but aside from the Salem encounter, that there you go. That's enough.
I found
Was
some
it
great
worth?
gear for a different flag set.
Oh yes, you found the. I think I know what flag set you are talking about. That's the potion party flag set. Like
Now I'm gonna play catch up because that was a really bad result, I think. Was not happy with the amount of power that I got. These are all really bad.
Do I agree with that assessment? I think I do. Ah, yes. So, all right, folks, take notes on what I think Possum's going to do here. Oh, never mind. This is also an acceptable way to get through this fight. I was just possibly expecting Possum Morpheus to have done something that rhymes with ice too.
Nice too?
That is the thing, yes.
This is just to to get a sling on the Moon character and the fresh Cecil.
It sounds like I maybe missed something.
Oh. It wouldn't be
But that's
me
okay.
if that wasn't the reward.
Ah,
Lol.
so Possum now has, well, let's say some power. To be fair, the weaponry still not top end, but when you can stack a number of decent equips on a single character, maybe that's unimportant.
Yeah, this is definitely very interesting now.
Mm, yeah. Okay. Well, hope this works.
So what's very interesting about our two racers is that they are in completely different places in the game, which is, on the one hand, very fun, and on the other hand, somewhat infuriating, because it's like, I want to talk about the hilarity that is going on, but, well, maybe we'll just suffer through some spoilers.
I mean, I think...
Oh no, I'm so sorry, Plumeria. That's actually kind of okay.
It's alright.
I don't
We'll
mind
get through it.
a bit of a spoiler on this side, that the sole reason why I'm going down the moon is because I came across an adamant armor. So I'm going to do my lunar objectives now. And I think most folks in a racing scenario would be of that same mind, that you have enough power and you get just a remarkable amount of safety. Even if it's only one character that lives, you get a remarkable amount of safety just being able to equip that one character.
By the way, that was a rare drop for Plumeria. That was very funny.
What even was
great
it?
Star Bell.
Nice.
It wasn't the ultra rare, but it was the second rarest. So bonus feature of Omnidextrous is that mages get to equip shields without needing to like sneak glitch them on. So extra defense is like we often think about Omnidextrous as being a very attack focused flag set, which it is, but you can stack a lot of defense on a character as well, which, as we learned from Potion Party, is surprisingly useful.
Ow! So yeah, this is going to be an absolute bloodbath, but that's okay.
Oh yeah, those are dragons.
You just can't tell. You can't tell until, yeah.
Any more mage gear? No. Okay.
So fun story about the black sword is that it gives +5 wisdom.
Oh snap! He lived.
Nice. Oh, thanks.
So,
One or two more of those, I think.
aha, Plumeria using the best mage strat, Blitz. Who needs AoE from Palom when you have Edge? It's fine. See, that was
Yeah,
so
it's
much
like-
damage.
It's like a third is good.
I want to shout out my Fire Shield Tella for whiffing a life. That was fantastic.
Get your tele-lifes in chat. Actually, I think that's a Discord only email. Free
Okay,
end
I-
deal is good.
Don't hate that.
Well, I am happy to be through that fight. I wasn't entirely sure that that was going to be doable, but we got really fortunate bosses there. So I figured it was worth it. Now I can
Yep.
do shopping.
Yay, shopping. So
Yeah.
one of the things, right, that we're sort of talking about at the beginning of the seed was like, what are you going to spend your money on? And so far, our runners haven't really spent their money on much. There's some useful things here and there, but now we're underground. On a standard, you can get tier 5 weapons and armor in shops. What's tier 5? Ah, yes, the heroine robe. And so, see the chat for the parody of Holding Out for a Hero that I wrote, with apologies to Bonnie Tyler. I figured I shouldn't sing it on stream because of, getting our stream muted. That'd be bad. Interesting. Okay, question, Plumeria. So the item that was that curse ring, how much do you care about curse rings?
Not too much, but especially if I find some gear that also manipulates agility. But I still prefer my white mage not to be slow for Zero Mist. So if I can avoid having to fast anchor, I'll avoid it.
Makes sense. Thanks, Tella. You missed a blink.
What is going on with that telepossum?
Don't worry about it.
I mean, he's off slot, that's why. He's not in the center, he's kind of useless.
Not sure about these shops.
These shops are kind of interesting.
This was really not the boss I was hoping to find. Just throwing that out there.
You could just get really lucky. Like, Zerk can get really lucky. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Or maybe that's not a good idea.
That's probably a great idea for people who aren't me.
Sounds like my favorite boss. Oh, I have those already. Hmm. This was a bad route, but that's okay. Aha!
Aha!
My bag's full.
Oh no.
Well, that'll do. Well, I think we have spears, so we're fine on that front. Would have liked to pick up that other weapon, though. It's too expensive, though.
Ah, yes, I see. So, fun story. Most people, when they see the power staff, right, it's plus 10 strength, inflicts berserk on as a status proc, but most of the characters who can equip it are white mages, or I guess Kid Rydia. On Omnidextrous, the power staff is a surprisingly good item, simply because it gives you plus 10 strength. That's an entire multiplier, sometimes more than a multiplier. So definitely a worthwhile purchase at times. If you have a really good weapon like an X-Cal, the spoon, crystal sword, things like that, you can pair a power staff with it and get a whole bunch of extra damage practically for free. So this is very good strategy from Plumerian Knight. Knew exactly how to get these, this fight down in a very short amount of time. That is the power of agility boosting.
Summon set.
Oh no.
Thanks, game. I have no idea what's here.
That's impressive because I found 0.
So
What?
I might be missing a Sura. I'm
Oh
not sure.
my
I think
heavens.
you're missing
Either way.
one of them, yeah.
On the off chance that this is the free fight, I'm gonna fast anchor this. This is probably the only one I can do.
So, what's your plan, Possum, with this fight?
Don't have one.
Oh,
Okay, that's understandable. I just figured I'd ask.
Yeah, we're just gonna see if we have a chance of pulling this off.
oh yeah. Oh, I don't even want to do this fight. But I don't want to come back here either.
Let's just say it's going to involve a lot of Cecil being his own best friend and casting Cure 2.
Okay.
Cure 2 is a good spell. Most of the time.
Cure 2.
Look, we're going on adventures.
Your Cecil's a paladin? Jeez. Not mine.
Oh yeah, I was thinking about demachining.
Like, actually.
Were you actually gonna do that?
I was unironically thinking about it.
Oh man. It was a rough start. Let's see how this works out for me.
That was a 700 Cure 2. That's not bad.
He's got a white shirt!
That's even, like, not even Omni. Like, Cecil can always wear that.
Alright, we got good luck. I think we're fine. I hate this fight.
Okay, I think you're in good shape though.
I am, yeah. I think I've got it from here.
Ah, well, conveniently, I did mean you're in the plural. Yes.
Oh, well. I'm gonna guess my fight's more treacherous. Maybe not, but...
Plumeria complained a little bit about that fight, but it turned out okay after just don't get unlucky. It's fine. That's a very good pickup, though. Nice item.
Yeah, it's decent. God, I hate the inventory blast. Alright, we can get out of there. Go do more objectives. That's fun, right?
I mean, you do need to do the objectives to win the game.
I disagree.
I thought we were just having fun.
I mean, you can have fun. That's fine. It's a secondary objective, possibly win the game. No, I think Possum has settled this fight down, I think.
Yeah, the start of this fight is always the spooky part. Okay. Don't hate it.
Alright, so on Plumeria's side, you saw strong weapon plus stat boosting weapon, because you didn't necessarily need the extra damage. Possum also got a good weapon. Congratulations, both of you now have Dragoon Spears.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
hey. Definitely one of the best spears.
There's a reason it's the only tier 7 spear per game. Like, the white spear, technically stronger, but Holy Elemental doesn't hit as many, like, really rude bosses as the dragon killing does.
Look, I'm just happy to have something better than Middle Sword, Slumber Sword for clearing the moon, so... Spoiler, that's not a recipe for success.
Yeah.
Sounds great. I don't know. Just need a Berserk and you're good to go.
So the fight Plumeria is on is a good reminder that Heroine Robes tank your wisdom.
Yes, they do.
That strat would not have worked if he had left the minus 30 wisdom on. This fight's pretty okay, right? Right, Possum?
Yeah, it'll be fine. This is going to be yet another example of Cecil being his own best friend. The only sad thing about the way I equip the weapons is that I'm not getting to hear the Dragoon Spear.
Because it only plays the sound. Yeah, or there's like an override. Yeah, unfortunate.
There's a chonky sound effect. I knew it was gonna be this one.
Uh
Don't ask me how.
oh.
Where'd those Bacchus go? I think we're okay though. Yeah, we're fine. It's just annoying.
So, fun fact, that's, I guess, sort of relevant, but sort of not relevant. The Ninja Star in Omnidextrous is classified as a weapon. So you can just equip it, and then you have infinite 80 power weapon. I mean, you're not getting the dart formula. You have to physically attack with it, but it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's
also
actually
flying.
the second best weapon I have right now, so it's going to be going on with the Dragoon Spear very shortly.
Yeah, it has a number of properties actually that are quite useful. It hits flying enemies for double damage, and it's also back row. So if you equip it in the right hand, you can back row your characters with it if you don't have anything else.
I think the only downside to the Ninja Star and also the Shuriken is that you have to watch the tick animation of the multiple shurikens hitting your opponent. I think it's one shuriken for each hit you do. So at the end of the game, your characters are super geared and they're hitting like 13, 14 times. It's like tick 14 times. That's the same sort of issue that you have with the dwarf axe, right? Or the full moon. It just takes longer for those animations to play.
Well, good news, bad news. Good news, I can get through this fight. Bad news, only one person's getting XP.
So in that sense, it's one of the things with the moon is that there's lots of XP to be had up here. And of course, we had multiple objectives. But if you do it early, but your characters don't really survive, then you sort of run into experience issues and asking, like, was it worth it?
I think that depends on how easily you can get your XP after you hit go mode.
True.
That is a beefy hit there.
Ow. Nice.
Oh, I understand, Possum. That was a wild high roll on that spell.
Uh-huh. Awesome.
Did you find anything up here?
A Dragoon Spear and a Ninja Star. You calm down.
Hey, getting through the moon that quickly is super impressive, all by itself. Oh, thank you. Thank you, game. Goodbye. Goodbye, Cecil.
I mean, you say that, but, well...
Being reminded that there was indeed a key item on the moon.
There was a key item, yeah. I'm overjoyed. Over the moon, one might even say.
Ah, yes.
I hope it was
over
good.
the moon. In multiple ways.
I have no idea what that means.
So we were saying that Plumeria Knight was playing catch up, but in some ways, I'm kind of happier with Plumeria's party than I am with Possum's party. Like there's a specific character that I think drastically improves Plumeria's party composition.
Is it a real white mage?
Potentially, yes.
Sounds like a real white mage.
Ooh! Ooh! Oh, dang. I thought I had the other half of that. I'm sad.
Can you please wipe him out? Thank you.
All right. Well, Possum Morpheus is now done with the moon.
Yes.
And Plumeria has spent a fair amount of time underground, completing all of the required underground objectives. So we've got... Actually have a race, honestly. It's just a matter of what happens now.
If this pan is in Fabul, I'm gonna lose my mind.
That is always how it goes, right? You look over for the pan and you say, okay, fine, I'll do Sheila 1, and then Sheila 1 gives you the pan.
Alright, let's see how badly I get punished for fading Demist until right now.
Uh-oh.
Surely it can't have been that important, right?
Survey
It could have been that important. It wasn't, but it could have been.
So remember that curse ring?
I remember that curse ring.
Curse ring, that
I think
must
I'm
be
gonna
nice.
have to go buy it.
Oh no.
Darkness crystal.
I understand, right?
That's
so
handy.
So Plumeria had been keeping one of his characters down at base level for the whole seed, intending to use them as an anchor. That character just got slingshotted experience.
Well,
That's a hilarious weapon shot, Possum.
Yeah. Again, overjoyed.
Plumeria Knight, I'm so sorry.
oops. It's alright. We're gonna work through this. And then work through the inventory boss too.
That is one thing I have not had any trouble with. But I also haven't shopped
I probably
much.
looted too much.
Or looted much.
Probably much looting, but I don't quite know how much looting to do on this wacky flag.
I don't either, and that's part of kind of the interesting tension about it is obviously the more you loot, the stronger you get. But like, when is the correct stopping point?
Yeah,
I don't know that we've really discovered that on these settings yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're, you're saying, well, you kind of want one person kitted out, but what does kitted out mean, really?
Yeah.
And how, do you need to make sure you have a tanky white mage? Do you need to have some other stuff going on? So it's definitely a non-trivial question.
Oh,
Yeah.
my guy. Leave it to Tella to still be whiffing berserks post-moon.
So, fun fact, I looked it up. I didn't know this. ahead of time. But Berserk actually has a 50% hit rate.
Yeah, life's like 75%, Berserk's 50, weak 75. Most of the spells that you think are going to be auto are very not auto. It's kind of interesting. Another game that was made right around the same time, Mystic Quest, your white magic actually uses your physical accuracy stat as well. And spells in that are also very not guaranteed to hit for white magic. So it was kind of a trend back in that year or those 2 years where that's what they kind of did, was that your white magic was not guaranteed to land.
Yeah, but black magic in that game is guaranteed to land, which is kind of funny.
Flag check.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Had to quickly check my flags there. That was why I paused.
It's always good to check those before you commit to skipping something.
Yeah, or in this case, just flat out dying.
Yeah, about that.
There are things Adamant Armor will protect against, and then there are things Adamant Armor will not protect against.
Non-elemental magical damage being most of those things.
Well, that feels better.
Right? Plumeria has now finally matched Possum in the Adamant Armor category.
Nice.
I think I have an alternate curse ring available here too.
Oh, that's
I
funny.
think it's cheaper.
Because it's completely irrelevant. Because the Falcon's an objective.
Oh no. I refuse to say the line. I
can get underground now. Yay! No, but that is interesting. Because of the length of the Falcon launch, I actually don't think I take it until I need to.
Yeah, because it's so long, it's possible that if you, by doing the other objectives, you just find the key items that you need, then you can skip the Falcon entirely.
No, I think you should do it, Possum.
I feel like I'm being baited. I mean, I haven't even launched the hoverboat. That's how anti-hook. For no reason, I've been on this seed. Which was probably silly, given that you can find like real good items and stuff in there, but
Oh,
why
do I want
why
to
do the
this?
hook route when you could do the moon?
Can I beat this? I think I can. Oh yeah.
Ah, that's a fight.
Thank you, Moon Levels.
Sometimes the best protection against something is just having oodles of HP.
Indeed.
Sure hope the pass is somewhere. I don't want to do this twice. But here we are.
All right. As much as I want to give chat a restream tax, it's not happening.
I mean, to be fair, I don't remember if it was the first time or the first two times we did this race. We talked over the music anyway.
That's true. Delightfully
I have no
so.
idea what you're talking about.
I think Aaron Lore threatened to mute us, and maybe did. I don't know.
Again, rightfully so.
If you need me to shut up, just tell me to shut up.
Nah.
See, that's the best
never do
part.
that.
Personally, if I were to do that check, I would not tell you so that we would just be talking. And you would be none the wiser, but still receive equal parts of the hate. Is that messed up? Probably.
Maybe. So Plumeria, question for you.
Yes.
What brought you here?
The other two things I can do back on the blue planet are long and slow, and I want to full clear and get experience up here on the moon. This will be my grind.
Okay. So why? Oh. Well, okay. But why this particular check first?
It's the closest. It's all by itself. It's a little lonesome.
Okay, so
I don't know,
just
I
making
just like
sure
to
you
do-
don't orphan it then.
Yeah, I just like to do the full clear. I mean, I'm not worried about any bosses at this point. And my white mage needs XP quite badly.
White mage needs XP badly. Yes, that sounds like
So I need to get
a gauntlet phrase.
I need to get I didn't actually have the 10th key item. So like Ribbon Room, Masa Altar.
That's
Getting
a very
key
good
item first would have been
Yeah,
really,
that's a good
really
reason,
great.
yeah.
But so many reasons that I do that first. And typically I'll start with Cave Bahamut on the moon, even if there's objectives.
Unless, of course, you're like specifically in go mode.
Correct. Oh. Right. Go mode. What's that?
That is 6 of the 7 objectives being completable with what you currently have.
Even if you can skip like a character that's in Watery Pass or something?
I mean, maybe. We don't have to talk about that unless you want to talk about it.
Is it technically go mode, or?
Week
Go
1
mode,
cannot
watch
hurt
mode.
you anymore.
it will always haunt me, Possum. Is that an object? What am I doing? Okay, I see what I'm doing.
Okay, to be fair, I am now confused about why you're going into the LST though.
Oh. Well, because I'm not very smart.
That's not true, but I suppose you neglected to consider that you don't have the pass.
I did neglect to consider I'm gonna have to walk this back, but that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's not too. It's like 2 minutes.
And it's possible that you find the pass somehow.
Yeah, it could be in the final spot. I'll probably do Ribbon Room for the XP.
Okay, that's what I did. Oh, I see.
But depending on the boss, of course. You will probably die. So good luck.
Possum has found the shop.
Yup.
The shop?
The
The
shop.
shop. So I think Possum has 3 heroines and an adamant. Plumeria has, I think, only 2 heroines and an adamant.
Correct. Oof.
This targeting
Yeah,
is abysmal.
For who?
For you.
Uh,
So Plumeria is in the antlion fight. Edge
Oh.
has been targeted with like most of the counters when they could
Pardon
just
my-
be going on to Sid.
for
Pardon
some
my
reason-
French, that fight sucked.
Yeah, I can't imagine doing that with low levels.
Yeah, only Edge lived, and it was a clown fiesta.
Question in chat about the difference between power shirts and heroine robes. They both give plus 15 strength. Heroine gives plus 15 vitality and agility as well, but nerfs your wisdom and will also by 15. I think evasion wise, I think heroine's a little bit better too.
Much better.
Evasion and defense.
Yeah.
It's also gives you resistance to paralysis, which can be handy. Oh, this is a super easy fight. Okay.
And now that Morpheus is through the guards fight, I'll call out what Plumeria Knight did, which was stack a bunch of heroines on Edge, put Edge in the middle, and then do swoon strats because he did not have stone.
That's clever. I like that.
Also, off slot stone. Thanks, Tella.
Hey, he's a legend for a reason. Do I believe in Fusoya doing that? No. Do I believe in Tella? 100%. Statistically, it makes no sense, but there's reality to contend with.
So, fun story about the Elements fight. They are resistant to air, I think, until maybe Val, I forget. So that's why Edge is doing half damage here.
Yeah, until you get to
switched
Val,
him
who's
over
weak to everything.
to the Black Sword. I
Oh,
took
you
off the
did.
Dragoon Lance.
Interesting. Actually, doesn't Black Sword have a darkness element then?
You know, it might. They might be resistant to that too.
Interesting.
Well, he didn't need XP, I guess. We lost out on some experience there, which kind of stinks. But it was an easy enough fight.
So remember how back in like 20 minutes ago I said this is why taking off the heroine robes sort of would be helpful?
Yes.
So
I
Possum
do
Morpheus
remember that.
definitely had to take a turn with another character to finish up the Magus sisters.
Hey, it's okay. I thought
fine.
maybe Adamant on would help with that, but it only counteracts one of them.
Not both. I think if you had cast Blitz, it would have been fine.
Yeah, I haven't done the hook route.
Ah, that's true. Yeah, that would do it.
Mm.
I forgot about that important piece of information.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do
Blitz.
some.
Not on the menu yet.
No, I'm gonna do some grinding later. Apparently, forgot to buy those stupid sirens. Well, that's a bit rough.
Whoops. So Possum, what are you doing right now?
Going to buy sirens and grind.
Yeah, fair enough.
And then
Ryan, what are you planning to do?
the hook route and then win the game.
Yeah, so there's no real reason to try and fish for something like the Sand Ruby, right?
Well, I say I'm going to buy sirens. I have failed to take into account money issues.
Fun fact.
SL0 strikes again.
Octomam is weak to darkness.
Ah, that's useful.
Don't get to see that too often.
I'm gonna use the time launching the hoverboat to think about how I want to approach this.
So I guess what I think is sort of interesting is you are so powerful offensively. What are the levels that you care about having for the Zeromus fight?
Yeah, that's why I'm debating, do I really need more sirens, or do I just pop the one and maybe go slam a behemoth or two?
Would you consider LST trap chests?
No,
Aww. But you have a Dragoon Spear.
I do.
It is good XP, but you have to find a trap chest first.
True, and it is a little bit dangerous.
Oops, I don't need to chop.
So I think we do indeed have a race. Plumeria is heading into the Baron basement. Well, actually, no, has to go through Baron Castle. Ah, that's the thing.
Yeah, I have to fight the Mom Bomb and then the basement, and then I can leave.
Yeah, Possum Morpheus is just on the last screen of Cave Eblin, heading into the hook route. So I think this is a pretty close race.
Yeah, I will say the full clear of the moon, that adventure, did not pay off. So
yeah.
the adamant armor from the hair dryers, which was a staple of mine in Adamant Cup, did not pay out this time around, because it took me on a wild path that really wasn't any faster. On the plus side, I do have Quake easily available for Hook 2, so that's nice.
So that was something that I hadn't I had wanted to ask but neglected to. When you were constructing your party or choosing characters to keep or take out, what were you thinking about in terms of secondary options? So like, oh yeah, Mom Bomb is also weak to darkness. Surprise. So like, were you always hoping, yes, I want a black mage, for instance?
I mean, for me, yes.
So you think that AoE is always like too important to leave out?
I think with this particular party, the AoE is very beneficial.
True, because you don't have a white mage, right?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of parties where you can get away with not having that sort of flexibility, but I really don't feel that this is one of them.
That's not the pass.
Oh no.
By the way, always heal up before your fights.
Yeah, so that was the DKC at Odin's spot.
Luckily, I had just enough to get through.
Oh, boo.
And that's the old gauntlet. Sorry, Possum.
It's all good. We hold A. Oh, I got a ruby ring. Sick. I can't get piggied now.
Ooh, ruby ring. What is that? That's the like the second most common drop. So that is unfathomably unreasonable to see both of our runners get a drop from the same encounter in the gauntlet.
Was it the same item?
No.
That's almost
Mary
suspicious.
Knight
Oh,
got
wow.
the Star Veil.
That's quite strange.
You do seem to get drops from the gauntlet fights, but that's usually because it's a guaranteed drop, from like a gargoyle or something.
Yeah, the gargoyle drops
Or
the
a
maiden
centaur.
kiss, but wild.
I have to go get the sirens. I think, as good as Edge is, I'm just gonna take Palom to nuke here, if I have enough cash.
Yeah, so this is perhaps a good place to acknowledge that Plumeria has a white mage, but I don't think has a Cecil, correct?
Correct.
So you
I have
can
a Dark Knight Cecil.
True, or bigger deals fade. So there are different options for what you want to do, but it's possible that with this team having multiple competent Zerkers is not like you can do it because it's ambidextrous, but is that sort of the fastest way to win the fight? Maybe. Hey, Possum, you have Blitz now.
I sure do.
Yeah, I used that in the. What did I use that?
I'm pretty sure you used that in the Dolls fight.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Quake is better, though.
Yeah, it's a lot better. It was fun to use Blitz, though. You don't get to use it too often.
Got enough money for 2 more sirens.
Yeah.
That could be the difference. You never know.
Yeah, so Plumerium Knight is in go mode. In the crystal room on the LST, taking the warp. Gonna do a little bit of a grind. Possum Orpheus, you're just, I think, because of the delay, you're actually in the pit, the Falcon room. Are you still gonna grind, or are you gonna go?
I gotta look at stuff.
That's fair.
Because if I don't kill before the second Big Bang, I'm just dead. Because of the way that this is played out. So I need to look when I'm on floor 6 and make a decision there. I don't think, like, I might take 1 gold dragon fight. I don't think I go back and buy more sirens, though. The first Big Bang gets nerfed. And then figure it out from there, basically. Helps to actually go to the moon, though, when you hop into Big Well. Fun fact.
Going to the giant is probably not a good idea.
Thankfully, it wasn't that mistake.
Fair. Nice work, Porum. You sure took Edward down a peg.
Or probably tells me who the Dwarf Castle character was then.
I take it you didn't do the package either.
No. Was that
I
also
actually
Porum?
missed who the package character was. Was it also Porum?
It was Porum, yes.
Nice.
I guess we know who all the characters are then.
Who else do we... Oh, yeah, Cecil and Tella, that's right.
Yeah.
From my perspective.
Yeah, the Fade Mount Ordeals team.
Heck yeah. That's a long check.
It had Demus, though,
Ooh.
which I didn't turn in for an hour.
Well...
It gave a mute knife.
That's actually would have been handy.
Right?
White, Meteo, Nuke. Okay. That'll do.
Are you planning to do hybrid strats, or are you gonna do a little bit of
Hybrid-ish.
damage and then switch to reflect?
Hybrid-ish, yeah.
Makes sense.
Oh, he
Sid can
didn't
help.
kill. Oh no. That was such a pretty setup.
Cecil, my guy.
I wonder if I never back rode him.
Yeah, I bet that's what happened. Actually, well, oh yeah, and then he's got a spear on, right? So it's going to do, the accuracy is kind of borked.
Yeah. Oh well.
Okay. I think I shouldn't have to heal, but we'll find out. We'll have to calculate the damage here.
So another fun aspect of Omnidextrous is, well, okay, so your characters can equip all the really big weapons together and have some busted attack, sure. But if you wanted to, you could equip 2 Stardust Rods on someone, or 2 Life Staves.
Ooh, I did that in
Stings.
the async.
So it's really fun because then your characters all of a sudden have this massive magic boost.
I think I have a legend sword for Porum, so she can get a little bit of
+3
will.
will.
That's fantastic.
Perfect. Steve, you didn't want to forge. Anyway, we're getting both of our runners in the crystal lunar core right near Zeromus, so we better do the spiel. Something, Zeromus, something, can't move, butts, hats. In more seriousness, we don't randomize where Zeromus is, but we randomize what Zeromus looks like. And so when we throw the crystal, we'll see Zeromus cosplaying as some other monster or boss from a different game. And so our favorite question is, whose butt are we going to kick tonight?
And is it cute?
And is it cute? How many butts? Does it have a hat? Put your guesses in chat. Also, our runners entered Zeromus about 15 seconds apart.
I had a feeling the grind might cost me, but it's safer.
Yeah, my Tella's got 900 HP, a white shirt, and a crystal ring. That's going to have to do it.
Oh, that's pretty good. I like this one.
Good target.
Yeah, our runners sort of completely diverged paths really early on, and here we are.
I wonder if the Ninja Star animations are going to cost me.
That is
You
possible.
have a ninja star equipped? Oh my god.
Don't worry about it.
I'm worried.
So Edge's damage for Possum is a little bit higher, but the animation I think Plumeria's Sid is doing a little bit more damage than Possum's Cecil. So I think it averages out.
I am going to risk not taking an action here. With it, because Edge has put out 2 hits over 9k, I think I'm in the clear.
I'm gonna risk some spell animations here to hopefully skip a big bang.
Alright, GG.
Ah, GG Possum. Oh, are you kidding me?
Wow.
I didn't know I was that close.
Oh no! Did you kill with a white?
Yes.
Oh no!
Should have just berserked. I had no idea it was that close.
And this is one of the really interesting things. Like, spell animations take a long time, even though they do a lot of damage. And so on Omni, sometimes Zerking, you just let it ride. But GG's to both of you. 4 seconds apart. That's
fantastic.
Not a tie. For those of you wondering.
Oh, I blew it.
No, that was really well run by both of you. Great job.
I'm glad we got to show off 2 completely divergent routes as well.
Yeah, I'm glad that worked out.
Yeah, so we saw on the one hand, like Possum taking an early adamant armor, sweeping the moon, using like with some really skilled gameplay and okays. Maybe Cecil as the white mage. Maybe that's not what you want.
Yeah. By the way, that was still a sketchy moon dive, even with an adamant armor. Those bosses were not kind.
No. And then we saw a slightly more conservative play, except not really, because Plumeria didn't even do like Fabul, didn't do ordeals, just dove the hook route. Why not? It's fine, right? It's fine.
Yeah, I do that all the time.
And so
maybe not
the plays
race,
here were really impressive. For reference, I think in a tournament there would be a retime, like an admin review of like a 4-second difference, but I don't think it would be like you wouldn't consider it a tie.
Well, I will say that I didn't quite get my done in exactly on the dot. Because I was reacting to Possum finishing first.
Yeah, I was camping the done as soon as I saw it. So I was like, I know I'm past the threshold for necessary damage. So, like, I have to just wait for it. As soon as I saw Edge get in the second hit of 9k, and it was a 98.75, I was like, okay, we're good here. That means that our average damage output is like 11k around at this point. So I know that threshold means at worst I see a Meteo. At best, I just skip everything entirely. And just got to skip everything entirely, so.
Shoutouts to Wylam for checking each runner's streams to determine the number of treasures that folks picked up. 49 for Possum Morpheus and 69 for Plumeria Knight. Good work.
Oh, that means Plumeria wins.
Clearly, that is a 10-second
bonus seconds. Huh?
Yep.
So before we get too carried away with riffing off the finish, I guess I wanted to get a couple, like, tell us a little bit about like your overall thoughts on this flag set. We sort of talked about it throughout, but just give us a couple sentences on summary, like how you feel about these flags. Maybe Possumorphous and then Plumeria. And then I've got one more question that I'll ask in the reverse order.
Yeah, I think just in general, this was kind of to show, like, what if wackies were included in a tournament? And kind of the thought process is, what wackies can you actually include in a tournament? And can you build a viable flag set around them? And again, I think Y2 Sky did a phenomenal job Coming up with the core concept of this, we worked a little bit together to kind of iron out some of the details. But I think it really, it makes a lot of the traditional thought process behind what your good characters are and aren't, and really what like limits you can push. And I really enjoy that, finding out what your thresholds are as a runner. Knowing that in this particular seed, like I don't think even with an adamant armor, every runner is going to be able to clear that moon. So I think even though you're given that air quote power overwhelming, you can still get in trouble if you push it too hard. And you really need to know your limits. So I think this flag set does a great job of teaching that. As well as just determining like, well, what do I actually need to beat Z, for example? And how do you get there? How do you get there quickly?
Plumerina?
Yeah, I mean, of the wacky flags, I would say Omnidextrous is one of my favorites. Just because you can... Basically every character becomes Edge, and Edge is awesome. So, you can kind of just have fun with every character. They can all get their day in the sun, so to speak. And what becomes important then is, their stats, kind of their abilities, and you can focus more on what makes them really unique and different. Especially when you don't allow dupes. And then, if you get a, Tella, he can still attack just as well as anybody else if you give him, 2 Ogre Axes or whatever. And it's definitely a different way to play. And I don't know, just kind of makes everything a bit different than the standard.
Yeah, and sometimes when we're looking for tournament ideas, we don't always want to have the same thing every time. That's one of the things that I think a lot of people enjoyed about Potion Party and about the Elixir League in like as a whole. We had it was a team event, and we had a win game for the first time. My last question for both of you, and we'll start with Plumeria, is maybe a fun one, given that we might be looking for we're looking for people to potentially run a fall tournament that we aren't sure about. For more information, check out announcements on the Discord. Why should or shouldn't Omnidextrous be in the next tournament flag set?
That's a why should they be included? I think just to make a different flag set that isn't isn't something too wacky, I guess I would say, but something that makes Final Fantasy IV different and fresh is a good reason why it should be a flag set. I think maybe why it shouldn't be is that it does turn into a race to get heroine robes and Avengers. We didn't see those today, but those are something that can really swing a seed. So it just depends on how it shakes out, but it can become kind of samey, I guess.
Awesome.
I think that Omni would be great in like a World Series of Free Enterprise style tournament where you set up specifically an Omni tournament or like an Omni bracket. You set up like a push B to jump bracket. You set up, like a more traditional flag set type bracket, but you bring out, like maybe 6 different events. I think Omni is a lot closer to push B to jump as far as the fundamental game changes. It doesn't change routing per se, but it changes your approach pretty dramatically. So I think from a tournament perspective, if you were to organize different, bracket type events, again, shouting back to World Series of Free Enterprise, where you had like Edward % and stuff like that, I think Omni would find a real nice home there. As with things like Push B to Jump, and you'd be able to showcase, some different flag sets, maybe even like, an SMS championship in there, and then like what would be your more traditional, Zeroma Zone ZZs, and then like, throw some other flag sets in there, like a Sea Heroes championship or something. Be able to give people a lot of different choice and flavor as far as like what they want to run, what they want to watch. All of that would, I think, be the best fit for Omni. I don't really have any detractors for it. It's obviously not your traditional tournament style, but I think given its own home, it would thrive.
So, Wacky Races League? Yeah.
I mean, it needs to be curtailed very dramatically because there's a lot of wackies that are just plain unfun, not just as a runner, but as a viewer. They can be kind of hard to follow or very tedious. You wouldn't want something like Mystery Juice, really, because then you'd have to have commentators, runners, viewers all tracking what each potion is. I don't really think that's conducive to a great experience. But something like Omni is a lot easier to follow because, Porum go Burr, now it's Sid go Burr, now it's Edge go Burr. Okay, now everyone goes Burr. Like, that's a lot easier to follow along with.
That is quite true. I realized as you were talking about Mystery Juice that Misspelled would have the same phenomenon, which is unfortunate because Misspelled is very fun.
Yes.
But the viewer experience would maybe suffer. Anyway, thank you both for your thoughts and your stellar gameplay today. That was a joy to watch and see. Even with the huge divergence, you both finished really close together. So I think for us, that's it for now. We don't have a raid target, so we'll just call it there for tonight. I'd like to shout out our restream team, Aaron Lore, for doing the restream and making sure we have some videos for folks to watch. Joker Mage for doing the tracking, making sure all the buttons get pushed and stay away from Possum. And Possum and Plumeria for running a really good race.
Yeah, and thank you, of course, everyone behind the scenes letting us put on this club, and Scythe for turning into the voice of the broadcast for the league. I really do appreciate your dedication each week. So thank you so much.
For better or for worse. Anyway, I guess we'll call it good for there. I hope everyone has a good rest of